Hi, I'm Andrea from Hot Yoga Ferndale. Today we're going to be practicing a Yin Yoga sequence, and we have Yolanda here and Maria, and they're going to utilize blocks today. If you don't have blocks at home, grab some pillows, grab some blankets, and I'll show you what it looks like to do the class using those as props. That's it. Let's get started. Let's start by lying down on your back. Arms can go out to the side, legs can go out to the side, and palms facing up. Get comfortable. You can close your eyes if that feels nice for you. Toes can fall out to the side. We're going to start by checking in with your body, checking in with your breath. So start here by simply inhale, exhale, in and out through the nose. No need to change the breath, no need to alter the breath. Simply allow the breath move in and out of the body. Now you can start to bring a little bit of awareness to your surroundings. Feel the floor underneath you supporting your body, the temperature of the air on your skin, sounds, smells, everything in your surrounding. Next, we're going to move the breath into the belly. So on your next inhale, start to fill the belly up. Inhale and lift the belly up towards the ceiling. Exhale and let the belly relax. And take a couple breaths here, in and out through the nose, nice and relaxed. That's it. Next, let's move the breath into the rib cage. So as you inhale, let the rib cage expand. And as you exhale, let the ribcage fall. Take a couple of breaths here. Allow the breath to move at your own pace, in and out. Allow the ribcage to open and relax. Good, and lastly, let's move the breath into the chest. So on your next inhale, let the chest rise. And as you exhale, let the chest fall. Take a couple breaths here, filling up the chest all the way up into the collarbones. And exhale, let the chest fall. Wonderful. And this last one, we're going to bring all three of those parts together. So on your next inhale, we're going to fill up the belly, fill up the rib cage, allow the breath to move up into the chest, through to the collarbones, pause at the top, and then slowly exhale from the chest, down into the ribs, into the belly, and slowly flowing out. Let's do that again. Inhale through the belly, fill up the rib cage, fill up the chest, pause, exhale, chest, rib cage, belly, and out. So this is our three-part breath, filling up the belly, filling up the ribs and the chest, chest, ribs, belly. If at any point throughout this sequence, if you feel a little uncomfortable or you feel a little bit disconnected, you can always come right back to the breath. And that'll be a grounding point. Let's move into our first posture. It's going to be banana. So bring your arms over your head, stretch your arms nice and long, stretch your toes far apart, so get nice and long, like you're stretching first thing in the morning. That's it. And then we're going to move your arms and your feet to one side of the mat. Maybe scoop your hips to the other side. So arms and head will go to the left. Arms and legs will go to the left. And scoot your hips over to the right. You're creating a C shape or a banana shape on the mat. So each of these postures we're going to hold for a length of time. This gives your body time to relax into the postures. It's a lot more passive style, and this will allow your body to relax and start to stretch through the connective tissue and allowing your joints to start to gain a little bit more flexibility and range of motion. So as you're laying here, connect back to that breath. As you fill up the belly, fill up the ribs and fill up the chest, allow that breath to move through the right side of the body, filling up through the right side, all the way up through to the top, and then exhale all the way through to the bottom. Good, nice and easy. If it feels right for you, you can have a little grasp with the wrist. And if it feels right, you can also cross one ankle over the other. And if you try it and you don't like it, you can always uncross your ankles. Good, take a couple more breaths here. Fill up the belly, fill up the ribs and the chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. That's it. Good, and we're going to come into our last 30 seconds here. So with every exhale, relax a little bit further. Allow your shoulders to relax, allow your jaw to relax. You can keep your eyes closed here if that feels nice for you. Good, take one more big breath here. And as you exhale, slowly make your way back into center. You can bring your knees into the chest and maybe give yourself a nice little hug. Maybe roll around a little bit. That's it. And we're going to do this again on the other side. So now your arms and your legs can go over to the right side and then scoot your hips over to the left. Good, so take your time to really set up. If you need to move a little bit to find where it feels right for you, that's fine. And again, you're welcome to cross the legs. If you try it on this side and it feels right, go for it. If you try it and you don't like it, each side is different. So listen to what your body needs. Wonderful, nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And you don't have to go so deep into the posture where you immediately feel a ton of sensation. As your body starts to relax, you're getting enough of those benefits simply by checking in with your body, checking in with your breath, and taking the time to see exactly where you can move, and your body will start to open up. So nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Good, fill up the belly, fill up the ribs and the chest. Chest down into the ribs, into the belly, and slowly out. Good, and utilize each exhale to relax a little bit further. Relax through your jaw, relax through your throat, relax through the shoulders. We tend to hold a lot of tension there, so notice if you have any extra tension there. Utilize that exhale, chest down into the ribs, into the belly, to slowly let that tension melt away. That's it. Good, let's take one more big breath here. And as you exhale, slowly make your way back into center. Again, you can roll your knees around or bring your knees into the chest and roll around a little bit on your back. That's it, from side to side, if that feels nice, or simply just give yourself a hug. Good, from here, move your knees to one side of the mat and go ahead and lie down on your side, and we'll push yourself up into a seated position. Take your time coming up. Good, we're in no rush here. We're gonna move into our next posture, which is butterfly. So come to a nice seated position, and soles of the feet together. And we have the options of using blocks here, or if you don't have any blocks at home, you can utilize any of your props. You can use blankets, or even if you don't need anything, then that's fine too. So you can utilize these pillows, anything underneath the knees. It takes a little bit of less tension off the hips. So start with butterfly, and no need to pull or anything. Just allow your body to relax over your feet. You can relax through the hands. There's no need to grasp unless it feels right for you. Arms can be relaxed, palms facing up. Relax through the shoulders, allow the head to drop. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And this time as you connect to that 3-part breath, you can inhale and breathe through the back this time. So through the lower back, middle back, upper back, and then back down. Good, and with every exhale, relax through the shoulders a little bit more. And allow your knees to gently fall out to the side. That's it, nice easy breaths in and out through the nose. And if you notice that the breath starts to become labored, or you're having trouble connecting to that breath, dial it back a little bit. Put a little bit more support underneath your knees. You can come up a little bit. You're welcome to bring a support underneath your forehead to kind of help with a little bit of that muscle release. Sometimes you can feel like you're holding yourself up. So when you utilize a prop to rest your forehead, it takes a lot of that tension away from the muscles and helps to relax a lot more. So if you need to readjust, that's fine. And continue with that breath. We're coming into our last minute here. And as you get those nice big inhales, with every exhale, relax through the legs a little bit further. Give yourself that permission through the hips to relax a little bit more. That it's okay to relax through the hips. Oftentimes we carry a lot of tension throughout our hips and throughout the pelvic girdle. And it's not often that we get that opportunity to check in and allow it to relax. So by simply checking in with your body, giving your body permission to release that tension, allow those knees to come out to the side, that will start to create that invitation of relaxation through that area. Good, take one more big breath here. And as you exhale, slowly uncurl. Take your time as you come up. Good. That's it, wonderful. And you can move those any props out of the way. And go ahead, shake your legs out, curl your toes, roll out around the ankles a little bit if you need. And next posture we're going to go into is Dragonfly. So go ahead and bring the legs out to the side. And once you have them out, bring one hand in front of you, one hand behind you, and scoot yourself forward just a little bit more. Wonderful. And then same thing here, you're gonna allow your body to come forward. Now utilize the blocks, okay? Utilize blocks or any props that you have. Take your time. One of my favorite ones is finding a way to prop up your head. Taking that tension off of your body's posture. We spend all day sitting up, standing up. So to have a little bit of support, it really helps. You don't have to endure through the posture. So take your time and see if you can get a little bit comfortable. Good. If you feel any tension throughout the knees, you're welcome to put something underneath the knees. You can put the blocks under there. You can put a little blanket underneath there as well. And that helps too with any discomfort through the knees. Same thing with the hips. You can bring your blanket underneath your hips, and that helps with any discomfort that you might have through the hips. Good, we're about 1 minute in, so nice deep breaths here. Relax through the neck, relax through the jaw. Oftentimes we can start to create that tension and not even realize that we're bracing. So nice deep breaths, and allow that jaw to relax, allow the tongue to relax from the roof of the mouth. Shoulders come down with every exhale. Stay with the breath, filling up the belly, filling up the ribs, up to the chest, down into the ribs, into the belly, and then out. Good, and as we come into our last 30 seconds in the posture, see if you can relax a little bit more. Utilize every exhale to release any tension through the hips, release any tension through the back, the shoulders. Good, take one more big breath here. And as you exhale, slowly make your way up, uncurling the spine. Take your time, there's no rush here. And as you come up, same thing, you can bring your legs in a little bit, utilize your hands, you can move the props out of the way, and go ahead and shake your legs out. Good, and next posture we're gonna move into is swan. So we'll set it up, we'll start with the left leg forward, and so you want to bend your leg so that the shin is somewhat parallel to the front side of your mat, and the thigh is parallel to the outside of the mat. Your back leg is either going to be bent, or you can fully extend it wherever that feels comfortable for you. And from here, you simply bring your body down over your leg. Now, same thing, you can utilize props. I use tons of props in this one. So utilize the props as much as you need. I like to bring one underneath my knee and then one underneath my head to help prop my body up. So find where it feels right for you and take your time to adjust a little bit. That's it. So this one is a deep external rotation for your hip. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 not feeling much of anything and 10 being very intense, you want to start off this posture somewhere between a 5 and a 7. And between this 5 and 7 is going to be that area of sweet discomfort. And sweet being still able to connect with your breath. Nice, easy breathing, no labored breathing, not a struggle with your breath. And then a little bit of discomfort is okay. We're used to feeling something uncomfortable and immediately shifting. And this practice, these postures, especially these longer held postures, gives you that opportunity to sit with a little bit of discomfort and connect with your own trust of yourself, knowing that you're taking care of yourself. And you always have that opportunity, you always have that option to dial it back a little bit or to move further. And it's always up to you. Good, stay with that breath in and out through the nose. And notice if you've been holding the posture for a while, if you start to maybe feel a little bit of tingling in your foot. If you do decide to shift around a little bit, move nice and slowly, little by little. Take your time and no need to make a grand movement to make that shift. As we finish up this last minute in the posture, stay connected to the breath, nice and easy in and out through the nose, and utilize every inhale to scan the body for unnecessary tension, and utilize every exhale to release that tension through the breath. Good, let's take one more breath here. And as you exhale slowly, take your time, move as slow as you want to. Nice and slow, slowly come up. Use your hands against the floor, that's it. And you can leave your feet right where they are. And from here we're gonna go into Windshield Wiper. So we'll allow the knees to go from side to side. And take your time, you can open the legs a little bit and allow that external rotated hip that you just used to really get that internal rotation with that windshield wipers. Good, and from here, let's set up with a swan on the other side. You can just turn and face the other side on the mat. So go ahead and bend your right leg up this time. Left leg can be bent, or you can extend that left leg out depending on how your hips feel today. Same thing, prop it up. Utilize as many props as you need. You can put the blocks underneath your knee. You can put the blocks underneath your forehead or pillows, whatever you're using today. Wonderful. And it helps to keep that heel away from the body. Sometimes the heel will start to creep in a little bit, and it will help to really open up through the hip if you keep that heel out. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Utilize those inhales to scan the body, notice any unnecessary tension, and utilize the exhales to let that tension go with your breath. last exhale, slowly take your time. Make your way coming out of the posture. You can use your hands against the floor and take your time. Allow that circulation to come back into the toes. And you can do a couple of those windshield wipers again. Just moving back and forth. That's it. And from here, we're going to move into tabletop. So bring your hands to the mat and the knees to the mat. And from here, we're going to move into cat-cow. So we'll do a couple rounds of cat-cow here. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, tuck and curl, rounding the spine up. Good. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Good. Exhale, round the spine up towards the ceiling and curl. Good. And you can take your time with this. Maybe move the hips from side to side. Good. You can bring your hips a little bit closer to your heels to really get that stretch to the lower spine. Good. You can roll your neck around a little bit, roll your wrists around, just getting a little bit of a movement. From here, we're going to move into melting heart. So walk your hands forward, and you want to keep your hips lined up right over your knees. Walk your hands forward and allow your chest to come down towards the floor. So initially, this one is going to feel really opening. It can feel really refreshing through the upper spine. Take your time, utilize those props if you need them. You can bring a prop underneath your forehead. You can bring a prop underneath your arms. And this is really going to start to open up through the shoulders. We spend so much time curled forward with all of our forward motion activities of every day. So this one is going to be a gentle, passive back bend. And it will help to open up through the chest and shoulders. So take your time with it. You can walk your hands further out. And if at any point you need to dial it back a little bit, you can always bring your hips down a little bit further, closer to your heels. But take your time with it. Check in with the breath. Move nice and easy. And take your time. Move nice and slow as you start to make those movement decisions. Take one more big breath here. And as you exhale, we're going to make our way out of this posture. Go ahead and move any props out of the way from your mat. And we're going to walk your body all the way down onto lying down on your back, lying down on your belly. And so as you lie down on your belly, Bring your elbows right up underneath your shoulders and lift your upper body up. So this one is going to be a gentle back bend for the lower spine. And it's a pretty simple setup here. You're going to allow your head to relax. Maybe even drop the head down a little bit and give a little bit of a release through the neck. And you're welcome to even roll the neck around a little bit. We have that stillness in the lower spine, which is where we're getting that back bend, so you can have a little bit of movement through the neck if that feels right for you. From here, if you want to, you're welcome to bend the knees a little bit, and that'll bring a little bit more of that stretch to the spine and the front side as well. If you try it and you don't like it, bring the legs back down. And from here, keeping your palms right where they are, you can press your hands into the floor and stretch those elbows out. Right, little snap, crackle, pop. That's okay too. And again, if you try it and you don't like it, bring those elbows back down. It's okay. You don't need to go directly into a lot of sensation. If it feels good for you, go for it. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. Good. If you push your body up, go ahead and bring those elbows back down. And if you have your legs bent, go ahead and straighten the legs back down. Bring the feet back down. Wonderful. Let's finish up here with the last couple of breaths. In and out through the nose. Feel the belly moving against the floor. Fill up the rib cage, the chest, ribs, and belly. And let's take one last breath here. And with this last breath, we're going to finish up in our last posture. We're going to move into child's pose. So however it feels best for you, you can push your body up and make our way into child's pose. So child's pose, where you can have your knees together, you can have your knees separated, and you bring your arms out in front of you. With this one, we're going to do child's pose first, leaning a little bit to the left. So walk your hands over to the left and allow your head to relax. And if having your arms over your head is a little bit uncomfortable, you're welcome to have your arms to the side and allow your shoulders to round. breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead, make your way and walk your way to the right side this time. And it doesn't have to be a deep stretch. Again, you can just walk this maybe a couple of inches. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, make your way into center. And we'll finish up with child's pose in the center. One last breath here. And as you exhale, slowly make your way to back up to seated or kneel down position. Make your way up. Let's finish in our Savasana. So swing your legs around and make your way into lying down on your back. Now you can roll down, you can come down onto your side and then lay down. Choose what works for you. Yep, lie down on your side, arms can go out to the side, legs can go out to the side. We're gonna finish up here. And we're gonna take the last 3 clearing breaths here to finish the practice for today. So once you get laid down, you can have your eyes open, you can have your eyes closed, whatever works for you. We're gonna inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do it. One big inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Good, last one, big inhale and exhale.